So we're going to DreamHack. Energy's there, but there's no Yaman. First things first, let me get this out the way. I don't even think this needs to be said, but I'll do it anyway. Yaman is taking a time off. He's not coming to DreamHack because he's having some mental health issues, and I totally respect that. Anybody that doesn't respect that, get the fuck out. Don't like, don't comment, unsubscribe. I think this man is taking the correct route. It's silly that we have to call activity like this brave in today's day and age, but it absolutely is that. You got a sore throat, you go to the doctor. You got an upset stomach, you get some medicine. You got something going on in your head? Uh-oh. You go to the doctor. You take care of it. And I applaud Yaman for doing that. That said, as far as the X's and O's of the game is concerned, there is a hole in his team. Yaman, I've called him one of the best players in the world, if not the most consistent player in the world. His team is going to miss it. I'm going to miss watching him play, dude. That's one of the big things is that I'm a fan of the game as well, right? Like, that's why I am a commentator and an analyst, is because I'm a fan first. I want to see this play. NRG are championship favorites with Yaman along for the ride. Without Yaman along for the ride, all of a sudden, everything gets a little bit murky. Now, I think NRG are a strong team without Yaman. Emilito, Emilzy, Adapting, Maniac. This is a stronger team than most other teams can say losing one of their best players. And no matter who they put in mid, I think that they would still be competitive. I don't think it's an easy clap. There's no world where this is over, and there's not a situation where NRG are an easy team to beat or a non-factor. So this is a squad. That said, the picks as far as looking for a cover is concerned were tough. They wind up with Homiefe. He's not even a mid lane player. Homie playing mid is not exactly how you say, I don't know. People have talked about it. He's not that great. That kind of sucks. And mid is very important right now as far as the overall game is concerned. I think that Adapting can probably do what he can to sort of take control of that situation. I always go back to music because I'm a musician, right? The rhythm section is generally guitar, drums, and keyboard, right? And sometimes your keyboard player sucks, sometimes your guitar player sucks, and you'll have the same song, but you'll arrange it differently, right? You know, so that the guitar player has more of the chunk, and the keyboard player just goes bloom 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 if he sucks. And vice versa. The keyboard player will be able to do this, and the guitar player goes wah, wah, wah if he sucks. Same song, different arrangement. And I think that's kind of what we're going to see out of NRG. I think it's too late to really change the overall game plan. NRG's a squad that they are going to try and choke you out from ahead. Adapting's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting, and they usually have strong first option facilitation from the middle lane. Homiefe is not going to be as strong as Yaman, full stop. But I think that Homiefe is exactly the type of player that you want in this scenario. Mask replaced him on CLG in the latest moments of the season. The reason was Counterlogic Gaming had issues with shot calling. Counterlogic Gaming had issues with situations where there weren't enough voices on the comms. Homiefe is famous, notorious, depending on who you ask, for being rather quiet in in-game communication and not really saying all that much. And that's a problem if that's a problem. That's a problem in a world where you need that communication, where people aren't speaking up, where there isn't that sort of mentality of, here's the leader, he's going to be speaking. If you need somebody to be the leader, well, then Homiefe probably isn't your go-to. NRG have leaders. Adapting's going to be calling stuff out. Emil's going to be calling stuff out. Emilzy's going to be calling stuff out. We spoke to Adapting. The interview's on this channel, and he said that the shot calling is largely shared, and there's a lot of it coming from Emilzy specifically, right? But the fact that it's shared means that the squad doesn't necessarily need somebody to come in and be that person. They're not losing their primary shot caller in Yaman. They're losing somebody whose input is valid and valuable, but they're not losing the general. With that said, now you want to put somebody into this system. One, it's not what you need, and two, maybe you need the opposite. That's where I think Homiefe is kind of perfect for this situation, in the sense that NRG already have a game plan. They know what they're going to do. They've done it. They've presented it, and that's what they've done all year to make them so successful. Somebody to come in and play substitute in the last moments of the season, shut up and listen. That's what I want. I want somebody to come in and push the fucking buttons. I don't want anybody to come in with their ideas on how to make it better, or a desire for the spotlight, or somebody to come in and ego everybody. That's where you get into problems. That's where you get into an issue, because even if you get the world's greatest idea man, and they're able to change what NRG wants to bring. I was going to say energized, but whatever. They're able to change and improve the system. Now is not the time to really shake things up. Now is not the time to reinvent the wheel. Now is the time to follow what you have already done. And for somebody to come in and take the role of Yaman, it's to shut up and listen to the rest of NRG. Homiefe is absolutely that type of soldier. Nobody has ever talked shit about this man's ability to be mechanically strong. And mid lane is going to be different. I'm not saying we're going to see the same Homiefe in the mid that we do in the jungle. Full disclosure, he's definitely a better jungler than the mid lane. And I don't know what kind of mechanics he has on the mages. But with that said, all he has to do is follow what NRG says. And because of that, I think he's going to be a good look. Before this all happened, I said that NRG were a clean, easy victory. Bet all your money on them, and when Dignitas beat them, I'll say, oh well, it was close. But NRG and Dignitas were my two favorites, and NRG was the one honestly ahead. I think that NRG do lose some points because of this. I don't think that they're the favorites any longer. But I do think that they can contend. Dignitas are now your favorites. NRG, maybe not number 2, but I don't think they're the bottom. I absolutely don't think that they're the bottom. So, we'll have to see how it all goes down. Make sure you're watching DreamHack Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You want to be there? Let me know in the comments what you think about Homiefe, period. His role swap. If you agree with me, I think it's a really big deal that he's going to be a soldier for this team. It's not time to reinvent the wheel. It's time to keep rolling, baby. I made a Fred Durst comment. I think it's time to leave. Boom, 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 boom. Like, comment, and subscribe.